All right, welcome to Book Reading Moment. I have written a book called The Intuitive Heart Revolution. It is basically a guide to anyone on a path of self discovery. And it reminds me of this incredible woman that I met just yesterday. And she's had an incredibly difficult emotional road in the last 20 years of her life. And when I was speaking to her for the first time ever, she experienced validation for her experience. She wasn't blamed for it. She wasn't made to feel guilty. She wasn't told to just push through, get over it, you'll be fine. She was actually, for the first time, really seen. She was able to be held with love and compassion in a space where she wasn't judged anymore. And I want to dedicate this reading to her because I feel so many people live in this place, and I certainly did. So I just want to share this with you. So, our life or our current life is a reflection of what we think, feel, and believe. So, what happens when we don't like what we see? This stage can be a difficult and painful one. It might feel like, oh my goodness, how could I have let this happen? I've done so much work on this. How come it's still resolved? I've tried and tried to get rid of this, but it still bites me in the bum. What's wrong with me that I managed to invite this in? What lesson do I need to learn here? I think the universe, God, the creator, is trying to punish me. Am I being punished? Have I done something wrong? And it's so and so's fault. I didn't cause this. I lived in this space for quite a few years and it was hellish. Taking the universe on as my sole responsibility was not only exhausting, but served to make me more and more unwell and stressed. I knew about taking responsibility, but took this on literally. It was my fault that things were going wrong. It was my fault I was being served with issue upon issue and challenge after challenge. I could write an entire book based solely on the 5 to 6 years I lived in this place. During this time, I felt like everything happening to me was a test I had to pass. I'd invited it in because I wasn't good enough or deserving enough to have an easy life. Something was wrong with me that really needed healing. I spent many sessions, months, and years trying to figure out all that was wrong with me physically, biochemically, emotionally, spiritually. Later, I went through a time when I blamed other people for bringing their energy into a space that I needed to clear out, especially because I'm empathic and I use it in my work a lot. I thought I felt crappy because of them. I reverted into a state of non responsibility because, quite frankly, that was easier. My focus for a while became more on protecting myself than going within. But can you see the theme here? All the self talk was judgmental. All the reasons I struggled became a mission in what is really wrong with Kate, or who can I blame for this? What is going on to keep someone in a state of suffering more than that? If you're in a state of suffering and lack of acceptance, your ability to move on is limited. If you want to learn more and you want to dive in more deeply into your journey, I encourage you to jump in and get your copy of the Intuitive Heart Revolution. All of the links are in the session notes.